The lobby of the corporate tower gleamed with cold perfection. Polished marble floors reflected the white glow of overhead lights, and the faint hum of air conditioning filled the silence. Daniel's mop swished across the floor, the rhythm steady, practiced, almost mechanical. His back ached, his hands roughened by years of labor. But his mind wasn't here. It was with his daughter Lily waiting at home. He imagined her small hands scribbling math problems in her notebook, her tired eyes glancing at the clock, hoping her father would walk through the door soon. The squeak of heels broke his thoughts. Daniel looked up. A woman strode into the lobby, her steps precise, confident, echoing like a drumbeat of authority. She was striking. Elegant black dress, diamond earrings that caught the light, posture regal. She didn't look at the spotless floor or the gleaming walls. She looked directly at him. "You're Daniel, aren't you?" she asked, her voice cool, deliberate. Daniel straightened, gripping the mop handle. "Yes, ma'am." "Did I miss a spot?" Her lips curved into something between a smile and a command. "No, but I need something from you." "Something?" "Unusual." He frowned, uneasy. "What kind of something?" The woman stepped closer, her perfume faint but sharp, like jasmine laced with steel. "My name is Eleanor Hayes. My father is hosting a gala tonight. He insists I bring my husband." She paused, watching his confusion. "The problem is, I don't have one." Daniel blinked. "And you're telling me this because I want you to pretend." The mop slipped from his fingers, clattering against the marble. "Pretend? You're asking me, a janitor, to pose as your husband?" Her expression didn't waver. "Yes, you're ordinary, humble, real. No one would suspect I'd stage it with you. That's exactly why it will work." Daniel's laugh was bitter, disbelieving. "And what do I get in return? Besides humiliation? $100,000. She said it like a fact, not an offer. "Cash! Enough to change your life, isn't it?" The words hung in the air, heavy, intoxicating. Daniel's chest tightened. He saw overdue bills stacked on his kitchen table. The holes in Lily's sneakers. The cheap noodles they ate night after night. One night of lies could open a door he had never dared to touch. But pride pushed back. "Why not hire an actor? Someone who belongs in your world?" Eleanor's eyes softened, though her tone stayed sharp. "Because actors play roles. You live them. That makes you believable." Daniel swallowed hard. The mop at his feet lay forgotten. He had been invisible his whole life, just a man with a broom and a tired smile. And now, this woman was asking him to step into a world of chandeliers and silk gowns. His voice was low, rough. "I'll do it. But not for you, for my daughter." For the first time, Eleanor's smile warmed. "Good, tonight you're my husband." The Hayes estate glowed like a palace under the night sky. Dozens of luxury cars lined the sweeping driveway, and the grand ballroom pulsed with music, laughter, and the clinking of crystal glasses. Gold drapes shimmered against marble pillars, chandeliers spilled light like diamonds, and the air smelled of champagne and money. Eleanor entered first, every eye turning to her as though she owned the room. She wore a midnight blue gown that flowed like silk water, her diamonds catching sparks of light. On her arm was Daniel, the janitor in a rented tuxedo. He felt the weight of every stare, the burn of every whispered judgment. He tugged at the stiff collar, his rough hands awkward in their black gloves. But when Eleanor's hand tightened around his arm, grounding him, he lifted his chin. "Smile," she whispered through perfect lips. Daniel forced one, and together they walked into the sea of wealth. "This is my husband." "Daniel," Eleanor announced smoothly to a circle of investors and socialites. Her voice carried pride, not hesitation, as though she had always loved this man. Gasps whispered through the group. A woman with pearls leaned in, her brow arched. "Your husband?" "My Eleanor, you've kept him well hidden." A smug man in a tailored suit smirked. "A janitor for Eleanor Hayes? That's a surprise." Daniel's pulse pounded. The word janitor cut like a knife, though none of them knew for certain. His instinct was to shrink, but instead he turned to Eleanor, lifted her hand and kissed it gently. His voice, deep and steady, carried to the group. "I may not be rich," he said, "but I am the luckiest man alive. Because she chose me." Laughter rippled. Some smiled, others even clapped. The tension cracked, suspicion easing into curiosity. Eleanor's eyes flicked to him, startled. For the first time that night, her act felt dangerously close to the truth. As the evening flowed, Daniel surprised even himself. When men asked about his business, he spoke of hard work, loyalty, and keeping promises. When women asked how he won Eleanor's heart, he said, by listening when no one else did. His words weren't rehearsed, but they carried weight, honest, simple, disarming. The room, full of wealth and power, leaned in to hear more from the man who didn't belong. Later, as music softened and champagne glasses emptied, Eleanor pulled Daniel onto a quiet balcony. The city lights shimmered below, the air cool against her skin. "You surprised me tonight," she said softly. "You weren't pretending." Daniel leaned on the railing, staring at the glowing skyline. "I wasn't. Being a father means you learn to hold your ground, even when the world tells you you don't belong." Their eyes met in the silver glow of moonlight. Something unspoken passed between them, a crack in the wall of the arrangement. Eleanor's breath caught. Maybe this was never just a deal. Daniel didn't answer, but the silence between them was louder than words.